afternoon. Today we are in Centurion Golf Estate, and I can comfortably say that we are in the most beautiful house in Centurion Golf Estate for sure, possibly in many other estates as well. So I'm super excited to show it to you. Just a quick look from the front. We have absolutely amazing landscaping. Just a note, this house is from a renowned architect and it was completely redone by the current owners. And we're going to spend some time looking at what a complete redesign can achieve when you're using amazing interior and exterior taste and collaborate with experts. Philip is helping me with the camera, and if I forget to mention some special feature, he'll help me out as well. Whilst we're walking in, first I want to point out Oggie floors throughout. They are absolutely gorgeous. They add softness, glass, and are extremely durable. So in any other color also looks beautiful with that floor. There will be multiples of different wallpapers and wall finishes throughout, and I will point them out because I think this is such a unique design. There's so much to take in. So we'll go through the staircase later on, but just look at the play of wood, glass, steel, and the different shapes that are already introduced into the space. And the same shape on the left talks to the shape on the wallpaper that we're seeing. And all of that in the soft tones of the flooring that we've got. So super exciting stuff. And under the staircase, Philip, if you don't mind to point out, we have a steel, almost like a table that in this case displays our gorgeous glass pieces, but you can come up with your own idea of what you want to showcase. Extremely high ceilings. Already we've got this volume. It's a winter's day, it's a warm winter's day, lucky for us, but we have all the windows and doors open because we'll be seeing now also all the natural light and the greenery that this house has to offer. So whilst I was talking and walking, we've entered the dining room space. I didn't count before, but we've got a 12-seater. 12-seater table, absolutely gorgeous, double volume, stunning chandelier above us. Also talking to those organic shapes that we've seen already. And this flows onto a lounge that we're going to see shortly. Sliding doors. So the garden is wraparound. We literally have one neighbor only. This here is our swimming pool area, and I really love the idea of the slightly elevated pool because you can sit, you can chat to your friends here by the dining room. Whoever wants to swim, they can swim. It's just a very incorporated pool into the entire space. What do you think, Philip?
I actually like that it's also very private. So when you're swimming, there's not much happening. It almost feels a bit cornered off on this side, because there's still way more garden on the other side as well.
Definitely. I fully agree. And because we're also on Greenbelt, sometimes people feel the pool space becomes a little bit too open to the public, whereas here, you're right, they've put it in a very good location, so it's tucked away completely. We're going to see the other living spaces shortly, but now we're just stepping into the first living space. And now we're bringing in a different dimension to the wall coverings. Here, this is tile, but again, same organic shapes. It's framing the fireplace. It's a combustion fireplace, so it will warm up these big volume spaces beautifully. Again, another chandelier. I adore what they've done with the light fittings here. This is a very unusual chandelier for a lounge section, but it works so beautifully. I would never come up with stuff like that, but I will be copying a lot of these designs. Custom aluminium doors and windows everywhere. And remember we mentioned we are all on Greenbelt. So we're stepping out now onto a deck area. Right next to the swimming pool, massive deck. We have another space, especially wintertime. Enjoy your lunches and dinners outside. Completely private. Massive trampoline, we'll check it out a bit later. But I want to show you where we are situated on the golf estate. So speaking of green belts, it doesn't get greener than this. And this is literally like a natural extension to your garden. The golf course is right there. But luckily, and I've lived on a golf estate, no golf balls are coming this way. So we can go and observe the golfers, but we don't have to fear being killed in our own garden. This pathway here for the golf carts, you can also go around, walk, jog, enjoy the space. And it doesn't end here. Our Greenbelt then continues on the other side of the house, and this is actually adjacent to the Irene Lodge. We have access directly from here into the lodge and from there to the Irene Dairy Farm, which is a tremendous benefit because you have this entire beauty of the living in nature, close to the cows. I absolutely love the fact that you can go and get fresh milk, and at the same time you are perfectly safe in a beautiful environment in a very well established estate. How is the golf here, Philip?
The golf's amazing. This is actually a very difficult course, but it's very nice. I enjoy playing it every time.
All right, so we've now walked around the side. So only one neighbor to our left there, behind the swimming pool, and they're looking away. Everything else green as far as the eye can see. So now we've walked around. This is our patio area. All of it is enclosed. So we've opened it up now for you to see how this will flow seamlessly in summertime. Just around the corner, the pizza oven on the outside. And I think we can enjoy pizzas all the time actually. And then we step inside the patio. This can be closed off completely in winter time. So this creates basically 2 more living spaces. Look at this fireplace. I think you can put an entire cow inside, or at the very least a lamb.
Marusha, this is a braai.
Is it a braai?
This would be considered a proper braai.
But I can put a spit with a sheep.
You can most definitely, yes.
That's very The folding windows. We'll see the kitchen shortly, which is absolutely gorgeous. But imagine all these windows open up. There's a big countertop, and you can serve out into your 8-seater table. So just imagine the parties, just looking at the green, at the sprawling lawns everywhere. If you want to go play some golf, if you want to jump into the pool, it's all here. There's a basin. By the way, all the cabinetry that we see throughout the house is all absolutely immaculate, exquisite. It's worth pointing out there's different shapes, there's different finishes. Also with our countertops, we're seeing different stone tops as well. It's really beautifully selected. The flooring outside is screed flooring, so also very, very nice natural tones. And this now here is basically our sunroom or a TV room. So this would be the 4th living space in this house. Also opening out onto the garden.
I must say I like that the living areas inside is formal, and then the living space outside is informal.
Yeah.
So outside you can mess around and you can make a noise, make a mess, and you don't have to really worry about anything. But then inside it's classy.
And you can literally close the doors and leave the mess. Or not. Also, the fact that we've incorporated windows and even skylights, even with your patio, there's a skylight in the patio as well. So the natural light is flowing from everywhere. It's now almost 4 o'clock on a winter's afternoon, so the sun is setting, but the natural light is incredible. So we're stepping into the kitchen space. Absolutely gorgeous countertop here. It's like a Neolith stone. This is the latest and greatest in stone work finishes for kitchens. It's magnificent. You have all the soft colors as well, a little bit of copper coming through. And with the cabinetry here, we're seeing the ultra soft again. This is almost white, but off-white in the gray tones. And across, we have a much deeper charcoal color. So very silky to the touch. And they've brought again just a little bit of interest. We have oval-shaped handles on the cabinetry. We have a little bit of a groove going on here. So just keeping it a little bit interesting, but still remaining very classy. Then built-in warmer drawer, coffee machine, oven, and it's all Siemens, and it's all top of the range. Talks to your phone. If your phone can ask it to do something, it will do it. Maybe it will cook for you, I'm not too sure. Then a walk-in huge fridge section here. It's important to mention that this house comes with top of the range solar inverter system, so your fridge will stay cold all the time. Then how cool is that, what they've done? Philip, you probably won't appreciate it, but to have your washing machine and tumble dryer eye level, and then you have drawers that can pull out for the clothing. There's attention to detail in every decision that was made here. Did I insult you? Do you do a lot of washing and drying?
I'm taking shots, but I mean, I'm behind the camera, so I can't say much. I'm just laughing.
Look at the finishes. I mean, this is in the Scullery, guys. I mean, look how beautiful this tap is. You know, the brushed gold effect. We have a different tile here, but again, I don't know if the camera can show it, but there's again a bit of a wave going on here. Huge countertops. So 3 sinks in the Scullery section, plus a coffee station, plenty of space here. So also, you know, your washing, ironing can all stay separate. Nice high ceiling, even a skylight in your Scullery.
If I can just add, I think seeing many Sculleries constantly, they're always dark and they're always so small. Where with this, there's so many cabinets, it's so light. Like even just a fresh breeze coming through, it doesn't feel like a Scullery at all. It almost feels like a complete kitchen.
Absolutely, I fully agree with you. It's stunning. And just as we walk in here, air cons are turning on. But I thought it's important to point out a big courtyard here. There's a massive storeroom to my right there with a huge staff room with a kitchenette and the bathroom with a bath. So really lovely space there that can very easily be also utilized as a guest suite. And then doors leading to the garden behind as well, should you wish to check it out there. And then this courtyard here actually will lead us back into the house, into the downstairs study that can turn into a bedroom section. And imagine you could even put a table here. You already have the greenery. All we're looking at is trees. And then we're stepping into the study area. And it's huge. There's a lot of furniture here with massive desks. Of course, it's a working space for them, but if one was to imagine it to remain as a study 100%, but if you imagine it also as your 5th bedroom on the ground floor, perfectly comfortable to do so. Another wallpaper here. It's quite a masculine room that we're seeing here. So we've got the almost feels like a reed, the wallpaper. Then there's a bit of wood also in the bookshelves that they've created there with some backlight as well. So just an interesting design choice. And Philip, you can have a look at the guest toilet on this side. And this one has its own wallpaper decision. Very nice and spacious room as well, and completely private, tucked away. And we've literally walked around in a circle and we end up back in the entrance hall. Quick look at the garage. People often want to see. The garage is very deep, and it obviously houses this fancy system that makes sure that we are almost off grid. There is also a sliding door to the back of the garage. So if you are hosting a massive party, this sliding door leads straight into the swimming pool area. So you could add even more people into your space. And now we're going to head for upstairs. Check out these steel balustrades, all custom made, mixed with the glass, the wood, the oval shapes. This is a fully renovated and redone house, but it has all the modern touches of the latest and greatest in design elements, but also the finishes are absolutely exquisite. Look at this interesting also finish to the balustrade. So obviously we have the solid wall on both sides, and then you have a custom made steel finish on top in those soft brown colors.
It almost feels like a type of house you see the designs on Pinterest, but it's so difficult to execute in real life. But this is almost done so perfectly. Yeah. It looks like a picture come to life.
100%. You're actually spot on. This is literally what we see on Pinterest and we wondered that the houses like this exist. There you go, you have it. There's a quick look down. I mean, look how amazing this table is. We're seeing the trees also through those massive windows. Let's step into the main bedroom. And of course, being the main bedroom, it's facing the Greenbelt. This is where we stepped out earlier on from our garden, straight out. You can see the river even from there. Aircon, the floors are the same everywhere, right? So the Oggie floors are everywhere. Different wallpaper here, being a bedroom, a bit more softer with a bit of nature coming through. Of course, there's a king-size bed with plenty of space around it. And then the walk-in closet, plenty of space here, and also air cons. So the walk-in closet as well as the bathroom that you're looking at, all with skylights and yeah, absolutely beautiful space.
I like that they've separated the double basin. So it will be easy to see who is the messy one between the two, who has more products and stuff on the countertop.
Oh yeah, no, fair. But yeah, everything gives you a lot of volume actually. So even if you're all equally tidy, you've got a lot of space for each other. So that's important. Now let's step into, this is the Pajama lounge. Gorgeous again. We have a window facing another part of the Greenbelt from here. Another lovely wallpaper choice here. In fact, I think I would love to have cushions covered in that wallpaper. It feels so nice and soft. And plenty of space again. And now we're stepping into the second bedroom we're seeing. Look how big the bedrooms are. We've got a sufficient space for a massive desk. This is huge. As well as a sitting area. As well as we have, this I think is a queen size, but very comfortably we can fit a king size. And then the open plan, or rather semi-open plan bathroom. Very, very cool design. So the bath and the basin is open plan. The shower with the skylight and the toilet is behind the closed door, which I think is a very good decision. Just a point, we've got a door leading from outside.
It also heads towards the pool.
It goes straight to the pool, but if you have a teenager that you don't want to disturb you at night, they can be in and out the pool area if they want to. Another skylight.
I don't think they'd be coming from the pool. I think they'd be coming from the parties.
From the, very possible. Not my teenagers, they're very well behaved. So now we're heading to the other section of the house. We have two more bedrooms here. Quickly look at this bathroom. Isn't it awesome that both the previous bathroom and this bathroom, there's an outdoor shower and then the full bath set up and then a huge bedroom as well.
I think the outdoor showers helps for the natural light and the fresh air. Because if there's small windows in a bathroom, like you can easily, with time, a smell builds up and really, it's not, after time, it's not very practical, but with the outdoor showers, it really works.
Absolutely. Just want to point out, and I haven't been pointing it out everywhere, but we have linen cupboards and extra storage cupboards everywhere. All of it the same silky, smooth, super matte finish that we've seen. And this corridor leads us to the last bedroom. Again, if we look through the window, all we're seeing is trees, enough space to put a few chairs. So this we would call the contemplation space or the hiding space. Depends which way you want to look at it. And then we're in the last bedroom. Just check out that wallpaper again. Every single room has its own style, its own signature feature wall, and the subtle difference in the interior choices, but yet it's so, everything blends together.
I like that they've gone with the main theme white. Like it feels very open, it feels very welcoming. But then, like you said, in each room there's a small theme. So there's a hint of a small color, whether it's like a light woody color or green or a light blue.
And again, enough space for a lounge and a huge desk. Air cons everywhere. This one again is a queen size bed, but comfortably a king size. And then last ensuite that we're looking at. And I think this is the only one without a bath, am I right?
Yes.
And that's that. So we've seen 4-bedroom, can be a 5-bedroom house, 4 ensuite, massive bedrooms upstairs with a pajama lounge, the most incredible interleading living spaces downstairs, Greenbelt on all sides, only one neighbor on the one side in Centurion Golf Estate. Exquisite property, top of the range. Call us and we would love to show it to you.